Hey everybody, it is Malika Malhotra from MikiFoto Co. I am doing a Facebook Live today. It is one of my 2018 goals is to do more Facebook Lives and connect with you in person, online. Although it is completely scary to do this, I am challenging myself to really try to do more Facebook Lives and connect with my audience. And so I am planning on doing this segment every Friday, something called AMA with MikiFoto, Ask Me Anything. I get tons of questions that people either email or text or message me all about brand photography, all about visual storytelling or branding, and I thought that I could answer them here on Facebook and maybe help more people. So if you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Malika Malhotra and my business is MikiFoto Co. And I live in New Jersey and I am a brand photographer and strategist, and I work with women entrepreneurs, women-owned small business owners, and really help them share their story, share their message through visuals so that they can feel really confident in their business. And I've been doing this work for the last 3 to 4 years, really specializing and niching down, servicing women entrepreneurs and doing photos for business and branding. And I love this work. I love taking a strategic approach and sort of pairing it with a creative look and making sure that the images that you have for your business have depth and really can connect with your audience. And so what I'm trying to do in these Facebook Lives is I'm going to share a question that a client or a prospect or a friend has asked, and I'm going to try to answer it the best that I can. And then I want to give an actionable tip that you can then actually do and take action on in your own businesses, because I love sort of having that actionable part, the implementation part, so that you can sort of gain momentum in your own businesses. So today I'm going to talk about the 3 mistakes that you might be making with your brand photography. And the first one is having too many DIY type of photos or selfies. And although I love a good selfie, and I think it's important to have that DIY content using your smartphone for social media specifically, I think if you have too much of that to represent your brand, you could be misrepresenting yourself as a newbie or a hobbyist and not really positioning yourself as an expert or a leader in your space. And so you need to be careful if you're using a lot of photos from your smartphone or photos that a friend has taken and maybe that you're cropping it and putting them on your website as sort of that first point of contact with your audience, because you're not going to portray yourself as a professional and as the authority. And that's that first impression that you do want to make. So be careful with that. Not only have those DIY, but really, create a library of the professional images that you might have for your brand and use them as well, especially for your website. The second is mistake I see a lot of people making when it comes to brand photography is using too much stock photos. And I'm a big proponent of supplementing your brand photography with stock photos. But, sometimes when you use too much, your brand can start feeling a little generic and maybe cookie cutter, because remember, stock photos, a lot of people might be using the same photos. And so the benefit of brand photography is having sort of customized photos for your brand that tell your story and give depth to your brand. And so when you're investing in stock photos, you're not always able to share that type of a story. And so just be careful of that you're not using stock photos to replace the brand photos that you want for your business. Now, the third mistake I see with a lot of entrepreneurs is, using photos of yourself, your face, for everything. So, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your website, it's just a photo of you over and over and over again. And I see a lot of bloggers do that, especially in the fashion space. And I would encourage you to diversify your brand photos, meaning use headshots, use lifestyle shots, use environmental shots, use, photos of your stock photography, your books, your to-do list, quotes that you like. Don't always have your face as being part of your brand. And you might be surprised to hear that from me, because I'm all about making you the face of your brand. But your audience doesn't always want to see you. They also want to see the things that you surround your life with. So what you're reading, or the people that you're interacting with, or what your process is like. So try to create some depth in your story by sharing some of those layers of your brand. And it could be, what your desk looks like. It could be the books that are on your side table that you're reading. It could be the gifts that you give to your client when they finish working with you. It doesn't always have to be your face, because sometimes that can feel more like you're self-promoting yourself every time. And so I would just suggest that you try to balance it out. Photos of your face, photos of you working, along with some of those stories that don't even require you to be in there, but still speak to your brand and are aligned with the things that you believe in. So we talked about not having too many DIY selfies. We talked about not having too much stock photography. And then lastly, I talked about not putting your face always to every single picture, and having a balance of some of the other things that go along with your brand and your process and your life. So the next step I want to give to you is something you can take action on right now when it comes to your brand photography. So you now know the 3 mistakes, and hopefully you're not making them, or hopefully you can correct them. And the last thing is, what can you take action on right now? And so I want you to look at your headshot, your profile pic, or the picture that's on your About Me page. Hi, Swapna. Thanks for being here. I want you to look at your bio pic, I'll call it, and see if it still looks like you. Because many times I have met people in real life after meeting them online, and they don't look anything like their picture. And that could be a red flag for some, because it really then, the know, like, and trust factor is in jeopardy, to be honest. And so you want to make sure that you look like your photo. And if you don't, if your hair has changed, if you have a different hair color or hairstyle, if maybe you lost weight, or you just look like a different person, you may want to consider updating your photo. And the other thing is, if you've had that photo on your website or in your profile pic for years, and even if you still look like that person, you might want to consider having a refresh. Because I have seen, when I update my profile pic, you get a lot of traction, you get a lot of likes, you get a lot of people who might be checking you out for the first time or coming back to you, because it's like newsworthy. So I would encourage you to, switch up. It's a new year, it's 2018. Go back into your folders of headshots and maybe switch it up a little bit, and it might liven things up for your brand as well. So that's your action step today, is to take a look at the profile pic that you have. And if it's old, you might want to update it. And if it's been there for a long time, you might want to do a little refresh. So those are my tips today, and I hope it was helpful. And if you ever have any questions about brand photography, please let me know. Reach out to me. I'll put in the link. I am booking discovery calls right now to talk more about what brand photography can do for your business. And if you have any questions that you'd like me to address in this segment, please put them in the comments, or email them, or text them to me, because I will be coming on Fridays now to share more about the topics of visual storytelling with you guys, and sharing what I know and what I do with my own clients. So happy Friday. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a great weekend, and stay warm if you're out here in New Jersey, and I will see you next week. All right, take care, guys. Bye.